Go.
Hello, everybody. I'm Yao Jui-CHUNG from Taiwan, and I'm an artist. And sometimes I'm do some research. So this research about Taiwan performance art is I finished the book around 2004 and published in 2005. So it's a research about the past, the history about the Taiwanese artists who did the performance are very good. So let me introduce you very briefly. So the first of all, in 1973, Xie Deqing is a very famous performance artist who living in south of Taiwan and came to Taipei and learning the painting from a master called Xie Deqing. So he feel very sacrifice about the art. So he start to do some performance. But in that time, they don't have conceptual of the performance. They just want to do something in difference or difference. So in 1973, he jumped from the 4 meter and 16 cm 2 levels high and broken his 2 nails in Taipei. In that time, he didn't know the if client. So after that, he took the boat to the Philadelphia in United States, because in Taiwan, in Taiwan in 1971, Taiwan used to be the part of the United Nations, but after 1971, Taiwan is not allowed to into the United Nations. So Taiwan become a very strange situation until now. So Taiwan is always pushed by the China government since 1971. So in that time, Taiwan is totally no international cultural exchange programs or exhibition opportunities. So Xie Deqing decided went to New York to do to search in his art dreams. So the normal first officially normal first performance art is in 1978 in New York, in his apartment. I think he's very famous, so everybody knows these works. He just in cage, no talking, no reading, no listening, no watching anything, just like a jail. Just sleeping every for 1 year, just sleeping and eat. He has friends send the dinner and lunch and breakfast to him every day. So after this work, he finally finished his first performance art, and this works in that time. Taiwanese artists thinks is they think very for them they think this artist may be crazy or something very strange. But until now we think that Xie Deqing become a master. But in that time, he is very challenging to the aesthetic of the generation of that generation in 1970s. So after that, he decided to do another one. Works is also he every hours to punch the card every 1 hour. So it's continue 1 years, and he also recording films to become the videos. So you can see in 1 year his hair grew up very fast, and totally just like also in jail inside the time. After that, he decided to do another works is in 1981 and to 1882. I interviewed Shih-Ching in New York 12 years ago, and he said this work he feel very comfortable because the first one is more difficult because he can go nowhere. The second one, the punch, is he can go to eat something or to watch some TV something. But this one is also difficult because it is not allowed to into any space. We inner space in New York. So he just like homeless in New York. But actually he is not homeless. He just want to checking about the time and the space. Use the Manhattan become basement to do the this performance. After that, he collaboration with another artist. They living together for 1 year. So the Linda. So I think his cooperation works. So it's also very famous in that time. But after that, the Shih-Ching decided not to do the works until 2000. His 15 years birthday in 2000. So now Shih-Ching, he is a very big influence to the Chinese art society, especially to the China contemporary artists, such as like Zhang Huan, Ma Liuming, or the earlier performance artists. And so now in Chinese society, they think the Shih-Ching is part of the performance art in Chinese society. But during the 1918s, the Taiwan still in the martial law situation. So the political influence is very strong. So if you do something in the street, the policeman will maybe will under arrest you or something. Yeah. So in that time, in 1983, the Chen Jieren, another very famous video artist now, he did a lot of performance in street. So in 1986, he did another one. He always cooperation with the theater or the something just like they are not artists, they are just actors. They went to the beach or went to the cities just like babies from mothers yeah. But Chen Jieren did a lot works, and during the same time, there's another artist. It's called Chen Jieren and Lin Ju. They combining become art group. It's called Xi Lang, including Chen Jieren, Lin Ju, and Gao Chongli and Wang Junjie. Those four is a pioneer of the Taiwan contemporary art. So the Xi Lang, I think, is the Taiwan contemporary art start group now. So Lin Ju in 1985, this 3 months he living in studios, do the performance, just paintings, do nothing else. And after that he did a lot another performance we will see later. And during the 1918 to the 1990s earlier, the most important local performance artist is Li Mingsheng. Li Mingsheng, he did a lot interesting performance to against the aesthetics and the politicals in that time. In 1993, he participated Venice Biennale by the trans avant-garde curator Oliva. Invite he to do the performance in there, talking about the environment pollution and the you can see some blood, and he this is made by paper. He used the paper and the blood to talking about the pollution of the human society. But earlier his works is also very interesting, such as like in 1987 in Taipei Fine Art Museum they has a exhibitions called Dada. So he went to the space entrance to shit, and he said, "Oh, this is a gift for the Dada." So he arrested by the policeman, and the second day he go back to the conference to ask back for his shit. So he's also arrested again, and in that time, because it's not Taiwan is in 1987, July 15th stopped martial law. So during that time, he such as this work, he tried to do the work from his studio to the Taipei Fine Museum, but his door, his home door is stocked by 4 policemen, not allowed he go to the Taipei Fine Museum. So you can see the situation in 1980s is also very terrifying. So Lee Min-sun is recently is not doing very well about the performance because he focused on the environment issues now. And earlier performance artists are very focused and against the politicals. So this is Zhang Yongchun. He participated the selection of the real selection. He pretend artist. He is a real artist, but he pretend a politician to participate in the selections. He say he's just like Marcel Duchamp, Mona Lisa Duchamp, and he go to everywhere to ask for people to vote him become a real politician. But actually, finally he failed. So he started to do another performance. And this is earlier. I think he's the first female performance artist in Taiwan. Is called Tang Hongzhen. She is studying in French, Paris, and come back to Taiwan in the late of the 1980s. So she did a lot of performance and the relationship with the environment also. So his work is focused on the details and some materials and goods. It's about the local history and the memories. So, such like in Tainan, in the south of Taiwan, because Tainan is produced the sugars, so he used the map to ask the audience to put the sugars together and do the installation in the space. And Tang Hongzhen did a lot performance about the trip tourist, to rethinking about what is trip, what is the meaning of the movie. So recently her works is focused on this. Another important artist is called Shi Jinhua, and he's at the beginning he is also painters, but after that he went to the California to study. So he became very focused on the performance. So because he is very sick about the when he's sick, so he have to. Sorry. He's very sick, so he have to do the check every day.